It's not very often that the reigning Defensive Player of the Year and a 4-time first-team All-Pro superstar requests to be traded, but that is exactly what has happened with Myles Garrett and the Cleveland Browns. The 29-year-old edge rusher has spent 8 seasons in Cleveland after he was drafted by the Browns with the first overall pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, and now he's looking for a new team to call home after requesting to be traded. The 6-time Pro Bowler is now set to be the most sought-after defensive player on the NFL's trade market, and although the asking price will be high, there will be a plethora of contenders looking to bring in Myles Garrett to give an instant boost to their defense. Welcome back to the Bills Bunker, everybody. I'm Jake Varco, and yes, the offseason has started for the Buffalo Bills. The Super Bowl less than a week away, but right now, Myles Garrett, pretty recent news. He has requested to be traded from the Cleveland Browns, and I think that this is someone that Bills Mafia would love to have on their team. We're going to talk about what kind of impact Myles Garrett would have, what the Bills would need to give up. Can they do it? Let's talk about it in this video, but before we go any further, I'd like to take a moment to encourage you to click that subscribe button, click like on this video. We're now over 16,000 subscribers, which is absolutely insane, but we're going to keep growing this thing right here on the Bills Bunker. Thank you for your support. Let's talk about Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett is on record saying that he wants to win in the NFL.
For me, I mean, first of all, I want to win. And I want the Browns to be able to put me and us in position to win. And I'm not trying to rebuild. I'm trying to win right now.
And joining the Buffalo Bills could be a match made in heaven for both Garrett and the Bills. The Buffalo Bills are a team that has consistently come up just short in the playoffs, and their defense has a tendency to fall off in the biggest moments. The Bills have allowed at least 27 points in each of their last 5 playoff losses, which is an incredibly difficult threshold for the offense to consistently overcome. So by adding Myles Garrett into the mix, the Bills would be getting everything that they were hoping for when they initially signed Von Miller back in 2022, but this time they'd be getting a younger and better version. When Von Miller signed a 6-year deal with the Bills in 2022, he was already 32 years old, and it clearly hasn't worked out as planned for Buffalo or for Von Miller. Myles Garrett, on the other hand, he's still 29 years old, and he has consistently been a force. He's recorded 60 sacks in his last 66 games played, and he's missed just 2 games over the past 3 seasons. He has been consistent, and he's been durable, which is exactly what the Buffalo Bills should be looking for. Bringing in Myles Garrett would likely result in the Bills giving up multiple draft picks, and it would also mean that the Bills need to make some tough decisions and sacrifice some talent in other areas of the roster, but bringing in Myles Garrett could make an impact big enough to make it worth it right away. By landing the star edge rusher, they could get someone who can make an immediate impact, and with Myles Garrett requesting a trade from the Cleveland Browns, Bills GM Brandon Beane needs to at least pick up the phone and see about making a deal when the NFL allows teams to resume trading on March 12th. Right now, the Buffalo Bills, they're in a situation where they have number 17, Josh Allen, one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL, but they haven't been able to get past, you guessed it, the Kansas City Chiefs. They haven't been able to get to the big game, the Super Bowl. And in order to do that, their defense needs to step up and produce, be better in the big games, the big moments. Allowing 27 or more points consistently just isn't going to be good enough. You can't expect Josh Allen to be a superhuman. You can't expect him to be Superman every single big game. It's just not going to work. You can't outscore your problems consistently in the National Football League against the toughest competition. It's been proven time and time again. 32 points allowed in the AFC Championship game against the Chiefs this season. If you would have had Myles Garrett, what difference would that have made? Would it have made any? I think it probably would have, but I guess we'll never know. Unless the Bills go ahead and land Myles Garrett. So bringing in Myles Garrett, he's someone who definitely has the potential to make that instant impact. 14 sacks last season. Reigning Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, this guy's a beast. And he's still just 29 years old. He's on the tail end of his prime. He has 2 more years left on his contract. So the Bills, if they bring him in, they wouldn't have to worry about re-signing him right away. I think this is a no-brainer. The Bills at least have to look into it, see if the price is right. So I want to know, would you want the Buffalo Bills to land Myles Garrett? And what would you be willing to give up if you were in the shoes of Brandon Beane making the call to Cleveland? What would you be willing to give up? Let me know in the comment section down below. And also, I'd like to give a shout out to the newest Mafia members on the channel. I'd like to give a huge shout out to Jess and Robin Gross, who are the newest Mafia members on the channel. Mafia members are given perks, including a shout out in one of my videos, top priority for replies in the comment section, and they're also given access to badges and more. You can also become a Mafia member by clicking the join button below or by clicking the link in the description of this video and paying a small monthly fee that helps me make improvements to the channel. Thank you for watching, everybody. This is the Bills Bunker. I'm Jake Varco, now over 16,000 subscribers. Click subscribe, help me get to 20,000. Thanks for watching. Go Bills.